All right, let's talk options for single leg movements. So let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. If you tend to have issues with balance when it comes to single leg movements. So for the purposes of this demonstration, what I'm going to use is an example of a reverse lunge. So I'm going to do 2 reps as it's prescribed, and generally what it should look like if you are not feeling like balance is a limiting issue for you. So we're going to do 2 reps, and back here, and up, back, and then up. Okay, so now I'm going to try and do 2 reps mimicking my best impersonation of if you feel like balance is somewhat of an issue. So what you should be feeling if balance is a limiting factor for you is that it's very difficult for you to stay stable on the way down, or also on the way up, you're noticing that your form really breaks down. And I'll do 1 more rep, really noticing that as you lunge down, it's difficult, and as you stand back up, that becomes difficult. So I'm gonna give you 2 different options that you can use. So first, option number 1 would simply be to lower the amount of weight that you're using. So you're still using 2 dumbbells, but you're gonna significantly lower the weight. The reason you would choose option number 1 is because you wanna prioritize balance over load of the movement. So you can simply, again, lower the weight until you feel like you can properly execute that particular movement where balance is not an issue. Option number 2 is going to be going with a single weight instead. So for the purposes of this demo, I'll take that, I'll put the dumbbell in this hand. This is going to be my working leg here. So I'm going to use something like, I've got this squat rack here. If you don't have access necessarily to a squat rack, anything that you can potentially hold on to that will give you stability and some support, but it won't give you too much support. And I'll show you what I mean. So here are a couple reps properly using some sort of support for the movement. So I'm lunging back, and then here, lunging back, and then here. What improper usage of that support would look like is more going to be not necessarily in the lunge back, but as you're standing up, you are finding that you're pulling on that particular support in order to stand up. So again, proper usage of some sort of hand support looks like this. Improper usage looks something like this, okay? And I'll do a couple of reps on the other side too, just so you can see what both sides look like. Again, lunging back, standing back up, lunging back, and standing back up. And there you go.